Hello everybody, welcome back live to the Game of Muscle YouTube channel, where in this live stream we're having a cup of tea whilst playing Assetto Corsa the First, Duke of Bedingborough. I've been watching The Last Viking. Earl of Wessex. I've got biscuits, and yeah, we're gonna have a servo. It's gonna be a nice little chill stream with tea stream, tea bags. Watch out for Aero Boys. Hello, James Timoltes. Look at his logos. Hello. Is everything working? I knocked my camera. How do we rate? Hello, Billy. You were in here quick. Were you on your computer and then you got the alert and you were like, oh, I'll click that. Hello, Victor Winchester. Go get a cuppa, guys. I've got mine. I've got my French biscuits. the final French biscuits. It's the final biscuit. I get your notifications, Billy, but I get them at like 3 in the morning. So if I've got really bad insomnia, then I get a Billy notification, and I'm like, oh, I better not click that because I'll stay up even later. Cheers. frame the alert. Padilla Cullen. Still on these biscuits here. Camera looks a bit dark. I don't know if it's alright or not. Burn the GT. I know. I've got angry comments, but deal with it. Dog of Chile is going to make a service for us. I thought I had, but I've got 2 left. Last 2 here. Hey, leg laugh. stolen the script from the screenshot gallery. We need some more. Nice screenshot. Thanks for letting me steal it. Do you get the link that I posted? The updated radical. Yeah, I think so. Actually, I'm not sure. I used to. I've tried the Sean Clark one. He's off his website. The brakes don't work properly on it, but take us back to the 90s. Still too sunny. Yeah. Although the nice thing about all this sun is I've got some bamboo in my garden in a pot, because if you were to plant it in the soil, then everyone would have bamboo. It was like half dead, but I moved it into the sun, and I've been watering it every day, and now I've got like proper bamboo. It's well good. It's sprouting as well. Bamboo's like well quick to respond to the sun. I don't hate GT3 cars. I just don't want every single sim to be GT3 racing, you know. How many people I don't know. I got some complaints, but what are you gonna do? Never gonna please everyone. You're on Scale Electrics? What's this? I can't check my phone whilst live streaming. It's rude. Sent me a message. Oh, nice. Why are you watching Formula 1 in the background? Well, hang on. That's Monaco. Why are you watching Monaco Formula 1 presentation in the background? I recognise those trees. Yeah, I'm not allowed to check my phone. I didn't check my phone, guys. It looks really rude when you check your phone whilst you're live streaming. I may join you for a race. Nice. I'm probably not going to be a long stream because I'm pretty tired. I've been up since really early in the morning, so probably not going to be a really long stream. We're just going to have some nice chill races, you know. Just have a cup of tea and chat and all that business. Did you buy the physical? No. I was given a copy of Assetto Corsa Competition by 505 Games. Oh look, the names have gone orange and it's cut off half the name. Why is that doing that? Streamlabs is broken. Sorry about the on-screen chat being terrible, guys. Oh, it's knackered itself up. Hang on, we need to refresh it. See if we can fix it. It should be there. I think Chiledog's just making a server. I think it'll be up in a minute. What? Why is that not working? Oh well. I tell you what, I'll make a new window. 1000 by 200. Do you know why this broke? It's because I was trying to do something else with it. It didn't work. Oh, why is it? My keyboard's broken. Number 2 doesn't work. Right. Let's see if this works. Someone type something. Oh, hello, Paul. I'm glad you're doing all right, man. I bet you were well stressed with this old COVID thing. It's not the R-Factor 2 UI. Why? Could anyone hear the mystery voice in the GT3 video? Oh, that was the when you complete a lap. Oh, now this is broken. When you complete a lap in R-Factor 2, it reads out the lap and it's just a bit weird how it does it. Why? I really don't know what's going on here, guys. There you go. Why is it different? What's going on? Why is that gold now? What? Why? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, well. Well, do you know what? I'm going to delete the other one. Delete this one. And I'll put this one down there. You've all got golden names. I don't know why. The chat's totally... Oh, well, that's putting this stuff... That's better... It's totally knackered. I need to reset the Streamlabs settings. Do you know what? I'll do it now whilst you're all chatting. Whilst we're waiting for a server to go up, so... Get your kettles on. Because we're winners. Is it up? Oh, here we go. Alton Park International. Password is T, guys. Did I type? Yeah, there we go. Billy Strange. So you got a video coming out today, Billy? What is going on here? Got Streamlabs. It's got really convoluted. Man, do you love streaming? Streaming seems more convoluted than it should be. I feel. Do you know what I mean? It's like... Oh! Someone type something. AC's really good. No, R-Factor 2's fine. It's just a bit of a pain in the arse. See, now this is not... Been tortured here, guys. Come on. Right, that should work. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's more clear. That'll do. There you... Oh, no! Oh, I know what's cooked. I know what's causing the cropping. I thought I knew what's causing the cropping. What? Right. There you go, that'll do for now. I don't know why every time we load it up it's different colours. But there you go. That should be nice and clear, I think. For you guys, the reason why I have the chat on the screen is for people that if you're watching on your phone, if you ever use YouTube app, it's hard to read the chat without it blocking off the screen. So that's a good. That's why I do it. People will be like, "Well, you can see it." It's like, well, no, actually, it's better to have it like that. Hello, Mr. Schmidt. Paul Cottrell, I spent 4 hours in Alpha Factor 2 trying to work out why my car was free by to find out the pit lane limiter was up by default. That's because you accidentally thought that your car was a Zwift bike. It's an easy mistake to make. That was a 245. Well, we've got this bit. This car's oddly quiet. I'm gonna have to turn the music down here. Stream text not working. Oh, there we go. It's just a bit delayed. Turn this down. Here we go. Is this car just a quiet car? Why, yeah, it just seems, oh, sorry, I'll just turn it up on OBS. It just seems very quiet. There we go. Quiet relative to me. There you go. Hello, Central Scrutinizer. Ooh, feels nice. Super, super smooth. Sim Race System's really popular, yeah. They're doing their own like esports things on it now as well. Well, that's interesting that this car, like, a lot of the cars seem to understeer around that corner. Let's get the view on here a bit better. Oh, it was already on the screen and I didn't see it. Get out of the way, these guys. See, mirror. There we go. Everything breaks when you... Well, yeah. I seem to have that problem as well. Oh, there we go. Do you use a separate PC, Billy? I've got things pretty good, pretty streamlined. I think a lot of streaming is just having a process and you know, having everything set up and always consistent, and then it's less likely to break. That's what I found. Let's do a GT3 race. Let's have a cup of tea. Look how clean that is. That sarcasm? Oh, these aren't clean. Oh no, they are. I did actually. I put these on this morning. Yeah. I thought I was wearing the same socks as yesterday. I have a habit of doing that with white socks. If they look clean, they're clean. If they don't smell, then they look clean. Oh dear. That's not successful. I don't know what the new chat is. I'll have to check that out. This is the BMW 360i or something. Yeah, I think the thing with live streaming is, and Sims, is software. And like, there's a good reason why, you know, if you ever go to like a you know, like rock concerts or something, or like big events, you know, they use stuff that's really expensive, but it's because it's all hardware. It's all on chips as hardware, generally. every time you have software, you're like inviting so many variables. 235i, that's it. Hello, M82. It's quite a narrow track. It's a popular track for motorbike racing in the UK. It's a very good track. Hello, Artur. T for everyone. Whoa. Oh, you remember rock concerts? Yeah. I think I might go to after this whole COVID thing blows over. I might go to like some. I might go to Q Dance in Holland. I've always wanted to go, and I'd never been able to afford it in the past, or I never would have been able to like get the time for it. So that'd be awesome to like go to like a massive hard dance trance thing. They don't really do them in the UK. Ooh, floppy there. Where's the radical? The radical's in my heart. Yeah, I've never been to Holland. Well, no, I've as a child I've been there briefly, but not recently. Definitely go to Amsterdam and frequent some cafes. I'd really like to visit the guys at Sim Labs as well. They're near Amsterdam, I think. That'd be cool. Being bold helps a Q dance. Yeah. What name would you give to your rig? Don't know. Bob. Hello, Jamie. There's some grills in here. There's always grills watching. Don't worry about it. I don't think Niels likes me. I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to visit them. I get the impression that they don't like me. Like, I like them. I mean, you know. I don't really know them very well. Chair Muscle. Hello, Virtual Reality Racing. I don't think he doesn't like me. Like, I mean, like... Oh, car bomber just vanished. It's just like I don't have a relationship with them, if that makes sense. There's no, like... I really like what they do. I've only had, like, a chance to talk, like, a really weird conversation at Sim Racing Expo for, like... 3 minutes where I was exhausted, so you know I'm sure if I actually chatted with him, I'm sure I'd get on fine. And yeah, you know how it is when it's just awkward sometimes when you bump into people at an expo or something. There's no like, it's just a sort of weird environment. Gamer Muscle, he never stops. Hang on. Jardier talks more than me. Jardier talks way more than me. If you were to like do a word per minute count, Jardier would be up. He'd be higher than mine. Jardier's got like a machine gun mouth. I mean, he's like a Eminem rapper with his talking. I think Jardier's on drugs. I don't know how he stays so like hyped for his whole streams. Don't know what he's on. I'll have some. I think it's because his dog is licking his feet or something. Jordan's nice though. He's a chill guy. Again, I only really had a weird short like I've chatted too much on Discord properly, but in real life, it's only really short conversation. He's a nice guy. He's super friendly. No, the RF2.
What is the motive behind this demand? Necessity. Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
GT3 abs TC and horse face power.
Thanks for the horse face donation. Thank you, man. GT3 and TC, eh? You want us to drive some GT3 cars? We should do a GT3 race tonight. It'd be funny. Hello, Forkmassman. A trend of weird short conversation. Well, as I say, if you're at like you know, something like Sim Racing Expo, Autosport, you know, like a game convention or like a random. If it's like a random press thing and it's not something that you're at into the evening. Oh, has the server just died? No. If it's yeah, you kind of bump into someone that they were probably going to something else or they're doing something and they're, you know. It's like if you were to bump into someone on the street kind of situation, so it's just really weird. Right. Thank you, thanks M82. Right, I need to sip of my tea here. I'm going to do this lap now, I'll have a sip of my tea. Getting to grips with this car. I've got a bit too much dampening on the force feedback. I don't mind GT3 cars, I just don't think they should be all the time in every sim. Hello, Slap. Oh, how can she slap? How can she slap? Please, sir, how can she slap? Okay, I'm just gonna have a sip of my tea. Mess like that. She slap? How can she slap? In what sim? Skekkel liveries, you just turn off lens flare. Turn off cascapular rays and lens flare. Right. I haven't shaved my head for a while, that's why. I have to shave my head every week, otherwise it like looks like one of those chia pet things. One of those little grass things you put on a windowsill where the grass comes out the head. But the head does not grow at the front, really. Yeah, it's very confusing, Jamie. I mean, they know. Studio 397 know. The thing is, it's a good aspects of it, a really good sim under the hood, and I think they keep working on it. It's working well as the esports things that they're doing with it. So I think it'll keep getting better. It's just as it is right now. It's just not very popular. That's more what that video was about. It wasn't really a dig at R-Factor 2. It's kind of weird that another guy did exactly the same video at the same time and uploaded it like 2 hours later. He didn't. I think he had already recorded his video. It wasn't copied or anything. But it was strange that I guess we've both been seeing like the esports events and like both identified the thing. This was just weird with R-Factor 2. Is where it is. Well, I felt a bit bad for Studio 397. I've got two videos basically saying, "Oh, why is R-Factor 2 dead?" Whoops. It made it a bit extra harsh.
Throttle!
What's this?
Will you do the next race at the Nordschleife?
No. No, because it's not very good for sprint races. But we will do a Nordschleife race soon, because I haven't done that for a long time. Do you mean the Nürburgring GP? We can do that. The Radical XX, Jamie's it's on its own. It's like $4.99. Probably not worth buying on its own unless you race AI a lot. Cause well, I don't know. It's not bad. I quite like it as a car, but that's the thing, innit? It's like £5 for a car on its own. Well, where are you going to race it? Unless they do like an online thing or we race it online. It's like, well, you know. Thanks for subscribing, Slavros. We can do Nürburgring, but we can't do Nordschleife unless we were to do a specific race, because the quali has to be really long and the race has to be a certain length for it to make sense. So I will do that, though. Thank you for that donation, by the way. Costi. I'm not doing 24 hours in Le Mans, no. I'm too slow. And I haven't done endurance racing for a long time, or ever. No, I haven't done a proper endurance race. I fall asleep. Yeah, Sim Racing System's mostly popular in AC. Oh. Should have driven a lap with the mediums. Had the hard tyres on. Yeah, Sim Racing System's for other stuff, but AC1 is what everyone really is using it with. How long's the race set to? 20 minutes, right? Pretty much, Skystar. You can't drive it. Is that not in R-Factor 2, CB? Is anyone else having problems trying to drive the new cars in R-Factor 2? No, I mean, I've only just driven the Radical XX. That's it. I don't know about the other cars. Hello, Full House. We just started. So, I don't know yet. Judging by a pit marshal, he seems a bit ambivalent. I've not tried the new one, Jamie. From my understanding of following it, because I used to play the original one. Well, I played it for like 20-30 hours or something. The new one, I think, needs a lot of polish from what I gather. Give it like a year or two. That's weird, Jack. Maybe you just need to reinstall it or something. Here we go. Qualifying's just finishing here. I don't know what the new chat room is. Hey Jay Wong, I've got a streamlined way of doing videos. I was showing Random Call Sign today, actually. I was on chatting to him on WhatsApp. Showing him my new streamlined methodology. Hopefully he can do it. I don't know if he will. Yeah, I mean, you have to get videos out on YouTube, so I realised I'd kind of not made enough videos, so we have to do that. I would probably have like 100,000 subscribers if I'd realised this sooner, but you know, YouTube hates live streaming. that's the reality. I think it probably would have been better if I'd done live streaming on Twitch and then just kept doing videos on YouTube, but you know, doing live streaming and videos is fine. You can't just do one.
Throttle!
Is upgrading from the G27 to Fanatec as good as people make it out to be, since I am considering an used Fanatec Club Sport 2. 5.
No, because in that scenario you're not using my link, so yeah, it's a massive upgrade from the G29. Even the CSL Elite, but the 2.5 is a really good bit of kit. Make sure you don't overpay for it on the second-hand one, because sometimes they actually go for a really high price. But yeah, Club Sport 2.5 is great. Like, it's an upgrade from a a G29, it'll blow your nipples off. Thank you for that donation. Just make sure you're not overpaying for it, because the prices are a bit ridiculous at the moment in the second-hand market. Thank you, Forkmassman. I do appreciate it. I know we've got some like hardcore fan muscle boys that are just like supporters, like the Kimi Raikkonen F1 supporters with the banner, the Game of Muscle logo at the racetrack. I appreciate it. It's nice having people on your side. As we storm into Poland. Oh no, hang on, keep that part of us down. No invasions. Yeah. It's a good... You'll really like it. It's an upgrade. Volume levels. Good. There we go. K1 just got a week suspension on iRacing. I've never had one of them. I've never tried reversing across the finish line and got banned. It's an optical illusion, Tortellini. Look, some people seem confused. I don't hate cars with ABS and traction control. I just don't think they should be the... They just shouldn't be the default. The Game of Muscle flag. Race room's great. All the main sims are great. Wreckfest. Trackmania. New one coming out soon. Should be free. That'd be awesome. New Trackmania stadium. iRacing, Race Room, Assetto, ACC, R-Factor 2. They're all great. Like, you know, there's reasons to play all of them. I thought I'd start with Wreckfest. Wreckfest is great. Hey Adam, I'm alright, thanks. Right, here we go. Fortunately, I still need to resolder my button box, so this could be interesting. Yeah, the password is T. Anyone could join, but it fills up quick, so it might be full. Life imitates art. All the jokes about my garden. I now actually have a garden. Nothing. Gardens are awesome. Oh, do you know what? Maybe it's my cable. I love my little garden. I have a tiny garden, and it's mostly filled with oh dear, look, my button box is knackered. Mostly filled with herbs. Yeah, unfortunately I can't adjust it. Sorry, Cot. I just killed him and he's going to go flying into everyone. Nope. Yep, there it is. That was kind of my fault. Oh dear. As you can see, I've got a bit of a short going on here with my button box. Huge error. Oh well, we'll just leave that flickering. Electronic failure, guys. Should just unplug it and bind these things to my wheel. My headset just seems very quiet. Hello, Driver34. I've got locked in traction control there. This is like the ultimate businessman car, isn't it? Where we're going to an important meeting. Tomatoes are hard to grow in the UK. Like you can grow them in pots, but then they need a lot of sun and a lot of water. Hello, Mr. Caller Sign. What's he doing? Oh, you need you need a lot of you need like a lot of bushes to grow tea. Like a single tea bag takes like 2 meters of tea bush. What? The guy's lagging so much he's popping in through the ground. Hello, thank you for subscribing. Thanks, Tortellini. Oh, hello. Repulsive Duck and Lewis Blondu. Welcome, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm wearing these are the default socks with no texture. Adam Price. Adam Simulporius, sorry. Where am I getting Adam Price from? Raging Beard. Beard of Rage. Streets of Rage. Socks.dds not found. My feet are actually just running the sock animation. Timed it up really nicely with this track. Thomas Schmidt is right behind us. Thomas Schmidt. Thomas Schmidt. Cannabis. Hello. Yeah, I don't know why the game's really quiet. I think the volume levels are messed up for the game. I'm going to have to, after this race, I'm going to have to tab out. Yeah, I got up very early. I kind of slept alright last night. Much better than last week. Oh. Sega have a new console coming out. How nice. Right, the Sega Dreamcast, in terms of design, looks amazing. I was watching, is it Lazy Game Reviews and some of the retro YouTube channels. And there's like Full Metal Jesus or whatever it's called. Like the Dreamcast. I mean, I owned I had a Dreamcast myself. It's such a nice games console. It's a shame that there hasn't been a games console since the Dreamcast. It's as innovative as the Dreamcast was. Oh no, Master System was terrible. Mega Drive was good. Again, Mega Drive design was nice actually. Master System was crap. Oh, there's a car off the road. Who is it? Antoine. He's gone. Hello, J Topo. Yeah, that's. I think that'll be interesting. Presumably, they're going to use the Madness engine for it. I think Codemasters are going to actually try and set themselves up to position for actual Sims in the long term. Sims are kind of, obviously with the whole esports thing, like from a business perspective, all these companies are eyeing it up as a genuine future avenue. Which is interesting. It's interesting how everything's panned out. It's kind of happened in a very strange way. Like, there was a whole push for Sims back in like the late 90s and early 2000s as like a really appealing thing. And then it kind of died down, and there was like this sort of, you know, it was more about arcade races. And now we seem to be, largely because of esport, I think, we seem to be going back into sim territory again as an avenue that businesses are pursuing. I had a Game Gear. I had Sonic the Hedgehog for that, and I had the Tasmanian Devil, and I had a McDonald's game where you had to collect rubbish. Quite ironic, that, really. Game Gear was crap. I wish I'd got a Game Boy. I mean, the graphics were nice. Sound was good. Battery life was like 10 minutes for 6 batteries. Tell you what, Game Boy with Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Tetris. I never liked Pokemon, but yeah, original Game Boy. Some really great games for that. Should have got the Game Boy. Whoa, the lawnmower line. That's true, yeah. Well, the next, I get the impression that, I mean, in many ways, the whole esport thing is a bit rubbish in some ways, but in a roundabout way, it's actually going to end up making driving simulators more wide market. So it's kind of weird. Like, this is what's strange with esports. Like, esports are good for marketing, they're good for business, and they're good for pro players. But from your average player's perspective, you know, like if you're a general player of a game, esports is really meaningless. It's like, why would you care? Like, why would I care playing Rocket League that it's an esports title? Do you know what I mean? So, but weirdly with driving sims, the esports thing compensates for what would otherwise be a lack of revenue or a lack of justification to make a realistic simulator. Because, you know, the wide market just couldn't care about the degrees of realism that sim racers want. But an esports market would actually care about it because it affects that, especially when it comes to real drivers potentially wanting to bother to be involved with stuff. Oh, no. That corner's brutal for understeer. You really have to be slowed down for it. We've just been potatoed. Well, I mean, so I've never been someone that really watched esports. I don't get it. I like this with, no, it's not because it's esports. Like, I don't watch real sports either, unless it's an innately spectacular sport like the Isle of Man TT, or I don't know, like something that I wouldn't do because it's too dangerous. Like maybe like Super G skiing or something. I don't watch football. Like, why do I don't care which team's gonna win what. Like, why would I care? It's got nothing to do with me. You know, I'd much rather spend my time actually doing something myself. So, I casually watch. I can watch football or something with a group of friends. I do watch Olympic stuff with friends randomly as a social thing. It's fine. But in and of myself, I can't get into it myself. Just not invested in it. So with stuff like Formula 1, I quite like seeing the new technologies and stuff, and I do like seeing when there's really good racecraft with the drivers. But I'm not watching it to support the I don't care which team wins or which driver wins particularly, like outside of if they're, unless it was like a really good race, if you see what I mean. Like I could be invested in the fact that it's a good race, a compelling race, but I'm not invested in the idea of my team has won, if that makes sense. Because they're not my team. I don't understand that with football and teams. It's like, literally, what do they have to do with you? It's very strange. Jimmy Muscle versus Shed Dweller in the Super Shed. Yeah, I know. I always wanted to get into it. Like, yeah, MotoGP I think is a lot better for actually watching. I can watch rally actually. I'll quite happily put rally onboards on YouTube and just watch them do whole stages, because just the raw driving of the cars is amazing. So I like that kind of stuff. Again, I don't really care who wins the rally stage overall. It's just when you see someone absolutely ponying it, you're like, oh, that's cool. I think football could be really good if the refereeing was a lot better. I think that's what ruins football, is it's the refereeing has a big effect on the result and is often very arbitrary. I think football would be the perfect sport if it wasn't for the refereeing being so arbitrary. We all love Liverpool. I find football too stressful to watch. When I have supported teams in the past, I just find it's just way too stressful. But you know, when the team's like dawdling around with the ball, like anyone that's supported England in a World Cup, it's just too stressful. The way the English play football makes you want to jump off a bridge. The English football team are the most annoying and frustrating team to watch. I'm talking about English football, soccer. Soccer. Oh man. I tell you, weirdly, really good racing was that I saw recently, or the most sort of recent. Well, it's not even recent, but like the Goodwood revival. That had some like really good racing in it, just with the old cars. Like just fun to watch. Bit ridiculous, but fun to watch. Hand egg kick thing. Ah, no. Delayed. Oh, well. Oh, I've done it again. It lures you in that corner. You think, oh, it will hook up. Because I've driven that corner with so many cars that have downforce. And this car does not. Car behind me is I've just blocked him. Dave Stevens, sorry, man. he got past. Yeah, I wonder if people that like sport more, I'd like. I think aspects of it, in terms of whether it's entertaining or not, depend on how invested you are. Like for me, the less invested in it, the more I can kind of enjoy it. If I'm like, if I have like a football game on in the background whilst I'm doing something else, that I can find that quite enjoyable. And I used to do that a lot with ice hockey. I'd have ice hockey on Real Player whilst I was doing homework. And that was really nice. but not as a full attention thing. Speedball 3. We need like a VR combat sports game. I've been to a football game. I don't like being in big crowds. I feel like I'm at some kind of like fascist rally. So I just really don't feel comfortable in big crowds. It feels really sort of dystopian to me. Oh yeah, but if you're drunk, I don't drink. So this is the thing. So I could totally. Sports could be really enjoyable if you were drunk and you're eating unhealthy food. I could get that. I totally 100% on board with that. But I don't drink, so. After decades of trying, they finally won. Yeah, well, the thing is, crowds act really weirdly at times, and people can act in crowds. They can act if you're in a massive crowd and a bunch of people panic, and that whole crowd decides to move. Well, I mean, it's not so bad for me because I'm relatively tall, so and I kind of know generally what to do. But if you're smaller and maybe you've not got like strategies in place to deal with it, it's like, you can get stampeded. It's not, but just if you've ever been in like a big crowd that's decided to go somewhere, you're gonna go where the crowd goes. You don't have much choice. Lemmings. It's weird how it's a lot of that is a cultural thing. So there's like events in China where literally in the city they'll just walk down the street and it'll be like a specific festival or something. But a large part of it is just being in a big crowd walking down one street, and they're like culturally it's not like stressful or anything. It's like and they're all like, it's not like they're rowdy or anything. It's just like a chilled out. They're just enjoying the company and things. It's interesting how it's how cultural defines how I think for a lot of people how bad you feel in a crowd. Wow, we're in 10th place. I don't know what's next. We'll see when it happens. Well, cricket, you're like half a mile away. I've never understood cricket because you're like so far away from what's happening. You can't sit. Like, it's better to watch on TV. You can't see like cricket in a field. Fine. Like, there's a lot of places in the UK where they just play cricket in. It's like in a park. But cricket stadiums, it's like you have to go into a stadium, but you need binoculars. I don't get that. And his car. Mushroom picking's great. Yeah, you see, I'm happy. That's it. Sports aren't really my thing, but walking around in the wilderness is. And that'd be great, Chiledog. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'd get 1,000 times more excitement and enjoyment walking in the countryside than being at a football match. I mean, I appreciate people like football, being in crowds and stuff, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If you enjoy that, great. But for me, grass. Grass and wilderness. I like the risk of being eaten by wildlife. That's what excites me. Hello, Hakon. Hey, Bean. Well, the funny thing is, no one knew what was going on. They were all doing exactly what you were doing, and everyone was just very confused. That explains a lot of sports. I really like grass. Can't go wrong with a bit of grass. Whoa! Totally unrelated to grass. Colour e-ink, guys. Loads of like colour e-ink ebooks are coming out this month, and it looks like it's like a new part of technology. It's actually pretty exciting. Oh, Big Gall is trying to get past us, but we were too fast. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not proper excited. Right, the reason why that's related to grass, guys, is because I really want to get some, you know, like foraging books and stuff. And I like those sort of scientific books where they have like diagrams and things. They're in colour. You need them in colour. And so e-readers are a bit pants for those things. But colour, yeah, e-books have always been a thing. They're really popular. Colour ink, e-ink, and it looks really good. So, yeah, can't wait for them to come out. I'm probably going to... I don't know if I'll review it on the channel. Don't think there'll be much interest on this with sim racing and e-ink, coloured e-ink, but I think... oh, I'm excited for it. No? I don't know, I probably turned in on you and you probably made a move. It's probably a mixture of both of us. I could have left. I didn't leave any space at all, so. Do I have it? I might do. Yeah, I think I've installed it. Is that the one with the brakes don't lock up at all, even though it's not got ABS? I've seen them. They're not really my thing. It's 3D pens. Good as a kid's toy, though. If that's what you're talking about. Talk about the 3D filament pens. Foraging, mushrooms, oh, just anything. Herbs, you know, blackberries, elderberries. I mean, those are ones I know. Sloes. You know, there's loads of fruits and things that... there's loads that I don't know confidently enough to pick them, so but there's loads, you know. It's just very handy having a reference guide on you. Truffles are not so much, not where I am. Corliss, what's the name of the ebook with the colour ink? I'm not sure. There's a couple of them, and they're like one of them's like a random Chinese company, so you wouldn't want to get that because it's like software's mental. I just know the technology is about to... I'm sure they'll all be announced within the next week or so. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Oh, I do have the car. Refresh! Hey, thank you for playing the demo. Please purchase full version of Steam. Yeah, I've seen them. Let's put them here. Oh no, you guys didn't tell me that my cable was poking out. Get away. I need to... There we go, cable hidden. Get the old new. It's like my sticker arrangement on this. Look at that, guys. Oh, it's a beauty. I feel spoiled. I like this amazing Fanatec equipment. And Shill, you know, just awesome sim racing equipment. They've sent to me. These Feels gloves, awesome. Ah, look at that, guys. Beautiful. I need to turn... Oh, I forgot to turn the button box stuff off. Oh well. Yeah, those glasses-free 3D things do look interesting. I think the 8K TV panels have enabled that because you can basically use... oh, this is the worst colour radical. You can use... what's it called? It's like parallax. Well, it says lenses. But you need a really high resolution to be able to, you know, so it operates. You need to get the latest version, Tortellini. Someone link it in chat. Nice one, Jay. Sure. Are you taking part in the... No, I've not confirmed to do it. I'm reluctant to, like, commit to those sort of things because of my sleep issues. Nice one, young daddy. I quite like AMS too. You know. Deal with it. Hello, JK. Someone falling back in love with R52. R52 is great. Annoying, but if you get past the annoyance, it's actually quite good. The latest version. With the brake, there's something up with the brakes with this car. That, as in, they don't seem to be effective enough. See. Where's tip my teas here? I've just it's Twining's everyday breakfast. I think I'm having at the moment. Oh, we nearly got 100 likes. I think we're... How many likes are we on? I'll do it anyway. I think we're pretty close to 100 likes per hour. There we go. Thank you guys for clicking that like button. I've already had the biscuits. Ah, there we go. 100 likes per hour. Thank you. Yeah, sounds like a good idea, Stuart. I need to Can you remind me after this race, guys, to rebind my button box controllers to a steering wheel? There's Twining's every day and there's Twining's English breakfast. Yeah, my mistake. I think mine's English breakfast. Bamboozled myself there. Or maybe I cut open the tea bags and mixed them half and half. That's dedication. To be honest, I find they both taste pretty similar. They're both quite soft. The reason I like Twining's tea is it's one of the softer. It's one of the softer tea. Like it doesn't taste irony. It's very smooth tasting. It's not harsh in the back of the throat. It's very much like a sort of mid-front tongue. The brakes on this is not very good. Shit, I mean, you know, it should lock up. I don't know what he's done with the brakes on this car. Like, the brake pressure is literally as if it's... Oh dear, I need to unplug this. Like 100% braking, it just doesn't lock up at low speed. It should lock up at low speed with 100% brake pressure. Well, now it doesn't... Look, it's not locking up at 100% brake pressure. You can understand its speed, it shouldn't necessarily lock up because of the downforce. But when you're basically on mechanical, you should be able to set it up so that it can lock up and that you then reduce the brake pressure. Thank you. Do you know what I mean? It's just strange. Homebrew tea bag. The nice thing with any sim that has very sensitive brakes, like iRacing in general has very sensitive brakes, is that you can, you can always make them less sensitive through game settings. But if the brakes aren't sensitive enough, you can't make it more sensitive. It drives more like an R3E car now in terms of the braking. I don't know, still a fun car to drive. Radicals are always fun. This class of car is always fun. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Someone's put the seat on the wrong side. I don't know, just... Like, why am I having to brake so... I have to brake, like, so early. You only need one car for each series for Race Room, if you're picking and choosing, and you can try them out. Hello, Sound of Guns. I like driving on the right hand side. You can, for iRacing, you can edit the INI files to make the braking not lock up so much, which is quite a big impact. Hello, Walsh, Trump to President. Why the radicals should be, yeah. I kind of said that in the last video. This car's vomit. Ran out of paint, so we just all threw up in a bucket and then smeared that on the vehicle. Thought it'd look unique. That's a funny thing with iRacing, right? IRFFB and combined with the brake thing so you can't lock up easily. Because this is the thing with iRacing. It's totally broken over the limit. It's 100% broken. So you have to... Anything you can do to avoid the tyres ever going over the limit will give you like a massive advantage over someone that doesn't realise that there's that you could do that. It's so silly. But you know. AN to boost, just adjust seat position. Get a more reclining chair. Put a pillow behind your back. Or maybe sim race less. Shit, I got it working. It should work. Is it like a problem with VJoy you're having? It took me about an hour to get it working. A little bit of fiddling. Oh, you're probably using the wrong version of VJoy. You don't use the latest version of VJoy. You need to use the this a specific version of it. That's probably the problem. Because that was the problem I was having until I realised it was a certain 4-year-old version. Wow, Dom, not everyone's enlightened. Hello, Ernest. Thank you, man. Racing shit. Fair enough. I've had some complaints about the videos. Some people going they're too clickbaity, but I mean the thumbnails literally ask a question that is then answered in the video. That's not clickbait. That's like literal thumbnailing. That's just that's the thumbnail is saying what you know. It's. I think some people are confused as to what clickbait is. Man, we're getting aeroboyed here, guys. We're getting aeroboyed. For some reason, this new version of the car, I think it's more the brakes. You can't gain time. It drives like it's more like a GT3 car. This version. It's not as I think the older version, though the RPM like when you shifted gear and stuff was a bit weird. Was actually better. Clickbait streamer confirmed. I don't know if the front splitter shenanigans thing's still going on here with this. Just search Game of Muscle. You should feel that in ACC. You should feel the back after it steps out, but there's no lead into the force feedback for the rear. So, if that's what you mean. That's a bit better. Definitely need that front downforce. Yeah, oh dear. I need to not have that much rear brake bias. Yeah, I mean, you guys know I'm not a fan of ACC's force feedback, but I think the car's still easy to drive though. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how well we're going to do in the race here. We could do a bit of setup tweaking. I don't know if that's the case, AB. Gearing will just depend on gear ratios, which you can set up in the car setup. No, I haven't seen Niels' latest video. Oh, I might have seen a thumbnail for it on B-Sim Racing. I haven't watched it. Oh, he's talking about difficulty of driving sims. Yeah, I think I clicked it, but I didn't watch it. I probably agree with whatever he said, though. I tend to agree with everything he said. I can't think of a time where I've ever disagreed with Niels. Well, I tend not to watch other sim races videos because I don't want it to stop me from saying something, if that makes sense, or from stop me from making a video. Don't want to stick through that corner. You go slow and the car goes more slidey than before. Well, that could be down to like aero. Like if you're transitioning from a lot of downforce to mechanical grip, and if the mechanical grip's not that much compared to the downforce, then the car will go slidey when you go slow. If that makes sense. But yeah. Yeah, R52 is good fun. I think a lot of people misinterpreted that video as me saying R52 is crap. When I mean, in the video, I'm pretty clear that there's some really good aspects in R52. Okay, Chiledog. I think so, Daniel, but fortunately not so bad. Hello, Antoine. Fort Massman, it not in a race car. If you've got downforce, once you get above like 80, I don't know, have you ever driven above 80 miles an hour in a car? If you've got like a wing on the back of a car and the front, and you've got the suction effect from diffusers and everything, the faster you go, the more grip you have. If you it depends from the design of each car. There's so many variables, but in many race cars, there's a point where you'll be going slower when you're not getting the benefit of the like suction effect or the downforce from the wings, which means that it will slide a lot more than if you're going quickly. And then there'll be a point where you're going slow enough that the mechanical grip really gets more and more grippy as you know, if that makes sense. It's not a simple case of slow definitively equals more grip. At all speeds, you know, it's not that simple. I'm not saying, yeah, it totally depends. I'm just saying it depends from car to what extent. I don't know if in your specific thing, where it's right or wrong. I'm just saying how it is. Oh, they've gone. Here we go. Your headphones packed up. Oh no. That's a common problem. No, Toby Classic. Well, what have I said that's wrong? Right, look at it from my perspective. I think some people fail to realise that I'm driving a race car whilst reading the chat room. Someone typed something in chat that has an explanation. I.e., someone says, I don't understand why a car is sliding around more when it goes slower compared to where it's going fast. Now, what I said is 100% the case. As you go faster, you get more downforce. It depends from car to car, and that can give them more grip. And there's a specific point where there's overlap, where it's going for mechanical stuff. What I've said is not incorrect. I'm not even necessarily disputing that there's a problem with what you said. So don't get moody with me. I'm just saying, like, literally what I've said is 100% factual. Come on, Marco. Hello, Catcherby. We're getting to grips with the new handling of this. Why does anyone need to see anyone's diploma? Who cares? If something's true, it's true. Woo! Come on. Oh no! Over radicals. I was going to say, like, GT3 cars are fine. I don't hate GT3 cars. As I said, I just don't think that they should be the default go-to car for everyone. I understand why they are. Oh, Antoine, Thomas Schmidt, we're catching him. Brake him where I think I should be able to brake rather than where the car... He needs to sort the brakes out on this so that the wheels can lock up. The problem of not being able to lock up the wheels means you can't feel out through the force feedback where the maximum braking is as well. Can someone, do any of you guys have an email for Sean Clark? Can someone email him and say, why don't, make it so the brakes can lock up? It's not hard to drive, it's you just can't lock the brakes up, and so as a result it's as if it's on like 60% brake pressure. Ironically, if it was even with the real based off R-Factor 2 and other sims, at 60% brake force, or like 51 kilograms of brake force, it will lock up. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe just put the wrong value in or something. Come on, I'm going to close this gap. Oh, I've done it again. Jesus. I'm pushing it 100%, Dom. Ah, whoops. Edward, someone else coming together there. I'd have a... Well, I'd like to race in GT3 races, I guess. Too expensive, though. I'd do radical racing. GT3 race is more televised, though, if you were doing it for, like, profile and stuff. They crashed. Look, I'll put 100 brake on here, look. Wheels aren't locking up at all. That's a downhill braking 100%, no lockup whatsoever. And brake pressure's at 100%. And I've actually got the brake bar set pretty far to the back as well. Fernando Turinzo, hello. Well, fair enough. I think he missed the brake point a touch there. Little bit of a nip there. I wouldn't want to own a Radical. I'd just do it. I'd turn up and do an arrive and drive thing. I wouldn't want the hassle of owning a race car. You have to have somewhere to put it, and machinery generally needs to be like, it likes to be used a little bit and maintained. I guess if if you're going to go every weekend to a track or something, then it'd be worth it. Yeah, I've seen them on race. What's that website? Race Cars Direct, whatever it's called. Sometimes they go for like £13,000 for an SR3. Yeah, I mean, you could always do like the Palmer Sport has those JPM, those Jaguar JPM cars, whatever they're called. They have them at they do them at Brands Hatch as well, but I don't know how locked down they are. You can do a thing where you pay like £800 or nice. £800 like half a day or something, and you get to have a Radical for like 2 hours, 3 hours at a given track of your choice. Might be more than that. Might be like £1.5 grand. I can't remember. I think Radical occasionally run their own things as well that you can go to. I don't. They're just a I think you could just say which track you want to do it at. I mean, if you've got money, you can get anything. I was looking online, in years back, they had a thing where you could drive a Radical around the Nordschleife. Then they did the passenger drive thing, where it was like £200 per lap. But I mean, I'd want to be driving. Yeah, I mean, but Jimmy's got like a huge audience, so it's good advertising. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Racing Central. I don't know how much he's earning. I don't know what you guys were even arguing about. All I pointed out to Freaky Leak was that as cars go faster, as everyone knows, there's more downforce. As cars go slower, that downforce decreases. With specific race cars, it's well known. Like, it's a well-known thing where people are like, oh, if you don't push through the corner, it won't have enough downforce to stick, and so there's a sweet spot. That's not like a... That's like a known thing. I don't know why that... I don't know how that's... It's not controversial. That's just a... Well, I mean, I don't even know what's going on. Lots of big YouTubers make pretty good money, but it's quite rare. So you have to remember that with YouTube. Oh yeah, wrong person. Sorry, Freaky Leak. No, you have to... right, so a lot of people just don't realise that there's so many names and messages going up through the screen, and I'm also driving. I've got a really bad headache today as well. So it just makes things like really... It's hard. I mean, it's not hard, is it? I'm not in a coal mine, but you know... You're lucky that I'm not driving around the track in reverse. I don't... I don't know how much he makes. Yeah, got a headache excuse, yeah. Not sleeping with any of you guys, got a headache, sorry. Oh, nice, yeah. Holy 7th. Whoa, contacted you! Holy 6th. Holy 5th. Hello, Tomek. AI's alright in AC. It's not the best. I'd say R-Factor 2 has the best AI. Race Room's AI can be quite fun. Oh, hello, Repulsive Duck. You don't want to subscribe. It's a bad thing to do. Welcome along. Why did you subscribe? How did you find the channel? Daniel Apt, maybe. Yeah, that's quite a good name. Well done. I feel a little bit sorry for him losing his drive. In reality, I think that's harsh. I get it, but oh no! Do a classic. Yeah, no to scuba. No thanks. This is SR3, yes. Oh no! Don't look, guys. Mute. Time to mute. Racing Central's made a huge error. Yeah, I'm using salt. Oh, it might be turned off. I might need to turn it back on. I don't know. Calm down, guys. They go with a day wheel. What a Dee, what a sexy lady. It's a Dee girl with a Dee wheel. She's got Dee on her legs, holding Dee on her hands. Dee girl with a Dee wheel. Maximum power. 100% force feedback. Dee girl with a Dee wheel. 20 Newton meters. 40 or 60. She sleeps with the Dee in her bed. She even takes the Dees into the bathtub and gets electrocuted and goes to hospital. Dee girl with the Dee wheel. What a babe, what a beauty. All the Dees. It's a Dee girl with the Dee wheel. She's so powerful and strong and she likes the talk. Dee girl with the Dee wheel. Double D's on the D's with the Dees. Dee bottom, Dee breast, Dee hips, Dee's everywhere. Because she's a Dee girl. She's gone. Thank you, Dee girl. That didn't help the headache. She goes. Hello, Matt Cook. Thanks for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that. Sweet Jesus. Right. We're doing another race here. Oh, Steam's having the shenanigans. Restart Steam. I've unplugged my button box, but yeah, I need to rebind. Thanks. Yeah, I need to rebind the buttons to my wheel. We're gonna have to ban this person. What's this elf? Why are you spamming L? Don't spam. Don't. You'll get timed out and banned pretty quick if you spam. Oh, Command and Conquer Remastered Collection. Tempting. Right. Put the game back on the screen here. Settings. Yeah, I really like Tib's son. I modded that myself. I've never completed the single player in Command & Conquer. But yeah, I completed Tib's son. Right, what settings, controls. Where is it? Shader patch is active, yeah, and then controls, brake bias. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, hang on. Hang on. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Right. So, I know, too many buttons. Oh, we're driving the Mazda anyway. I'm not going to be able to... why are we driving a Mazda, Chile? Thank you, Racing Central, for becoming a member there. Okay. I'm going to have to bind a button for... Because this guy's traction control, annoyingly. Do keyboard buttons still work, don't they? Or do they not? Well, drive. So we'll see how this goes. Make us a cuppa. Where's my wheel? Oh, here we go. Do some chill racing. That's alright. Oin. Cheers, everyone. Strange that Mazda don't do like a GT3 car. You'd think that they could do. Welcome along, everyone that's joined us. Are we going to hit 200 likes per hour? Oh, it's like 380 people watching. What are you guys all doing with your lives? It's a random high number of people watching. It's very strange. I guess no one else is streaming. Oh dear, right. I could just turn it off here. There we go. See. Ah, thank you. Oh, good car track combo here, Chile. Appreciate that. News got you down? Which news? Like, Americans finally realising that they've got a mental oppressive police force and it's still massively racist? Or just life news? Well, I'll try and cheer you up. I don't know how. I'll try. You know. If I don't know. I mean, yeah. Just visualise diet drive wheels. What? Yeah. Well, it is. The thing is, it's depressed. Like, what's depressing is the fact that people are just still so racist. Yeah. I mean, it's everywhere, isn't it? But in America, it's particularly bad. Hopefully, this whole thing brings stuff to a fore and just improves stuff. You would hope. I don't know, Dom. Hello, Limitless Gaming. The game... Hang on. The game seems really quiet. Well, you know, humans tend to be very tribal in general. It's not. The thing is, it's not just racism. Like, racism is like an aspect of the same issue. It's tribalism is the problem. It's kind of innate to people. Right, why is AC? Oh, here we go. Fixed. The only real solution to it is to education and to mix people together more, and wealth equality. So the reason why racism's so bad in America, or in particular, is because the wealth inequality is particularly bad. What the most effective way to battle racism or tribalism is to have to intermingle people with the same economic opportunities, because then you have a shared experience. And you know, it's very hard for someone, even if someone innately would tend to be racist or xenophobic or something, it's very hard to be racist or xenophobic if you're in the same situation as someone else, because people tend to be nice to each other. But you have to be in the same situation with the same resources to be nice to each other in a way that's reciprocal. So this is the problem. Like, wealth inequality is the actual underlying issue of a lot of these things. But to address wealth inequality requires a massive restructuring and huge sweeping changes in what's culturally acceptable. So, no, I'm not saying communism's the solution at all. Being more socialist that's very different from communism. This one, how to solve, yeah. Don't know why. What's communism got to do with anything? Yeah, I don't know what you said. That's not. What's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with anything? What, like, what? So if someone's okay, look. Imagine a dentist says, these people have got rotting teeth because they don't have access to toothpaste because they can't afford it or they've not had the education. And the dentist says, what would help this is if they had toothpaste and they were taught how to use toothpaste. And then the retort, someone turns around and goes, communism doesn't work! then you'd be like, what? It's like, how's that related? What? I don't get it. Oh, I don't. I'm just saying. I mean, it seems to come up a lot. America saying anything to the left of Genghis Khan is communist. Also, like, what's weird is so much has been built on socialist principles in America and in UK. Like public roads are really useful for businesses, you know, so people can get to your business and work for you, or so you can move goods around. Public roads that everyone pays for through tax are very useful. It's a very efficient way of making sure that business can take place. God, communism! It's like, no, it's like, what? There's loads of socialist things in America that... NASA. It's like most Americans probably identify that NASA as an investment not only helped America geopolitically and as soft power probably as a way to influence Russia and stuff during that Cold War period, but also all the technologies that will have come from NASA during that whole period. That's tax money. That's socialist. Obviously, a lot of the NASA work, the tax money will have gone into private entities as well. But that's socialist funding of those private entities. That's socialism. The National Health Service in the UK is socialist. It's one of the most cost-effective health services. It's not the best, but it's very cost-effective. Socialism. It's like, what? Socialism, doing everything like that's not necessarily the best idea. I mean, you might not have really good competition in some ways, and areas where there's high competition, you might not need it, or it might not be the most efficient way to do it. But some things where there's limited competition, or you need a centralised planning, you know. I don't know, Craig. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, the military is also, yes. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be good and bad examples for various things. But the point I'm making is that it's weird for people to de facto say that you can't de facto say that all capitalism is bad or all socialism is bad. It entirely depends on the specific thing and the... There is UK was largely tied into the European space. Also, the UK did actually have or does have a fairly established space agency in terms of sciences and research. I think it's been diminished more recently, but I think the UK actually has, relative to its size as a country and its GDP, actually has quite a presence within the within space. I can think of the correct word. That the Leicester Space Centre is more like an educational thing. Well, yeah, I think it's probably attached to a body that also does. Well, you have the Mars rover that was largely a UK project. You know, there's lots of countries doing very. I don't know what points other people are making, but. UK was the first country to send tea bags into space. Now you see what the UK does is it really innovates as a country early on, becomes a leader, and then completely squanders it through complete political mismanagement. So like the British, the UK games industry, for example, was like way ahead in the like 90s, and then the government was like, no, it's not a legitimate art, so well, we won't support this. And now, you know, as a result, I think a lot of games industries moved over to the States that would have just been fine in the UK. I mean, you still do have, like, there's still a good... okay, there's still, like, a good game industry in the UK, but... Who's talking about communism? I'm not talking about communism. Yeah, well, that's the real thing, isn't it? How dare America destroy Cadbury's chocolate? If there's a reason to go to war with a country, that is it. Yeah, there's Rockstar North are based in... aren't they based in Scotland? Yeah, British games moved to USA, exactly. I think the same thing happened with the... it's not happened with theatre, I don't think. But I think it happened with film as well. Although saying that, you have like the Pinewood Studios and stuff, and I think film is actually getting a lot of tax exemptions in the UK, so maybe it's not so bad. But... yeah, I think the UK's mismanaged the government's mismanaged the potential of the games industry and lost companies that have ended up moving to other countries. Codemasters have loads of offices. They have like two big offices in the UK, I think, and they've got international offices. Codemasters is owned by like a huge Indian company. We've always got tea, which we stole from other countries, from China. Oh look, we're starting really far back here. This should be an interesting race here. Who brought up politics in chat? Can we get a ban on whoever brought up politics? Traffic cone again. Oh no, they're ghost cones. Ghost ride the cone. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter who owns Cadbury's, but you can't meddle with the ingredients and expect to get away with it. I didn't bring it up. I didn't say nothing. It's not my fault. Right, here we go. This is going to be interesting. 28 cars, MX-5. Where politics in chat, quality suffers, exactly. Big iRacing update. Chris Bowes logged into the wrong account again. Wow, bowling with MX-5s there. He said when Thomas B said he was depressed. Get the depressed man! Lynch him! Ah, dear. Right, we go. GT4 Beamer? I don't get on with the tyres in iRacing. FFB helps, but you can't drive over the limit. And I'm all about sideways driving. Who's got the... are you accusing me of having ridiculously incorrect reactionary opinions? Or are you accusing someone else? Is that an accusation? Yeah, Clovis, definitely. I'll have a look, Mr. Sunderland. Just shot the wife in the back garden. Well, why not? Shoot her with a rocket launcher, then there's no evidence. Pro tip. Where's Daniel Apt? Oh dear, poor guy. Oh, no, he's not poised, he's like loaded. Right. Here we go. Just PC, Jules. Just on the PC. Ah, you shot her with a camera, I see. I thought, yeah. You might want to be more clear about that. I mean, if you go into a police station and say you just shot your wife, they might, you know. Wow, it's like a flock of MX-5 seagulls. PC's where it's at for sim racing. PlayStation 5 might be interesting with the new GT Sport. Oh, come on, man. Well, we managed to recover it somehow. Bit of car. These corners are always clean with this car. This is track. Oh, we're back up again now. Oh, we're nearly at 100 likes for 2 hours. Oh, thank you guys for clicking the like button. I'm sure we can... why have we got 400 people watching? Tuesday's like prime time for AC or something. What's going on? If all 400 of you click the like button, I'll have an aneurysm. I wonder what the most likes you could get in one go would be. I mean, you can't convince 400 people to click like. That'd be like trying to herd a flock of alpacas. Thank you, guys, for maintaining it. Maybe the viewers will be because of the last video we did. That's why. Because YouTube, if you upload videos, YouTube promotes you. If you don't, they don't, and they don't tell you this. They don't tell you this. So you could be like live streaming 6 hours a night for like, I don't know, 2 years, and get like basically just not get much growth. But you could just upload videos and that are exactly the same as the live streams, and immediately get 5 times the number of subscribers. You know, which is fine. It'd be just nice if YouTube said that. But, you know, seeing as it's significant, you would think that they would point that out as that's an important part of the algorithm. Not that I'm bitter. Antoine behind us. Oh, that's slow. That deserves a video. Why YouTube stupid? I'm not complaining. I've done well out of YouTube. I think Google actually lose money from YouTube. Well, that was the thing. That's what everyone always said in the past. I don't know if that's the case now. I mean, it's hard to where you tie it in because YouTube is, like, you know, obviously YouTube's part of Google making the money from AdSense. And it's like, well, if the pertinent information that someone's Googling is on YouTube, they're going to see the Google ad on Google and they're going to see it on YouTube. So I don't quite buy into the YouTube is a non-money making part of YouTube. I don't buy into that. It really depends on how you break it down. Wow! I smile in videos. I try to. I really enjoy making videos. I just find it really fun. Normally, I'm smiling in a video because I'm laughing at the fact that it broke the previous time, and I'm like, ah, it's working. England's nice, and there's a lot of nice people in England, but the government's completely moronic. Lots of America seems really nice, to be honest, and America's got the advantage of being so big that you could be in parts of America where you could just avoid the government entirely. So you could live in Crawley. There's probably nicer places to live. No offence to people that live in Crawley. This is, yeah, it is Andy Wilson. Has been for like the last 2-3 years now. Yeah, I totally understand. I totally get the sort of that sort of somewhat libertarian aspect of and pioneer kind of culture aspect of America. If you live in a more rural American town or like rural Alaska or something, you know, you'd really not want a government that sticks its nose in your business, because you will have like you'll have looked after yourself for so long and be responsible for so much of your stuff directly, you know. What did I do before I made really bad video games and I sold music for computer games, and I did games design, and I did graphic design and user interface design stuff. It was a hard life. That was good fun. EastEnders. Yeah, I'd say the downside of the UK is it's a bit cold a lot of the time and it's rainy a lot. The biggest advantage with the UK well, there's not enough space. It's got a real big housing problem. But the biggest advantage of the UK is the fact that it's very close to the rest of Europe. and it's centrally located. Like, it's not that far from New York. It's like a 7-hour flight, 6-hour flight even. So, or 2 hours in a spy plane. So that's a really big advantage of the UK. Is it's positioned very centrally in the West. Yeah, if I was in America and I wanted to move to another country, I'd probably move to somewhere in Europe, France, Germany, you know. Hello, Evgeny Grek. I've just always been entrepreneurial, like doing my own thing. You know. Why not? Just up the force feedback a touch here. Costa Rica. Oh, I think a nice thing with the UK is there's not a lot of the corruption that happens in the UK is at the sort of higher business level and structural level, but it's not like in many countries there's corruption on like the basic police level, or like there's like obvious gangs and things that will like you know, that sort of stuff. That's not a huge issue in the UK. I think even in countries like I think France is similar to UK in that regard, but I think that's I won't say, you know, some countries in Europe, in the European region, where that is a genuine problem, which can make life a lot harder than it need be. Unless you're like, if you're from that area, you know how it operates, so it's not a problem. But if you're coming into a country that's got its own little arrangements going on, that could be very complicated to understand. And if you add to that it's speaking a different language as well, it's that's something to consider if you're moving to random countries. It's easy to forget that exists if you live in developed nations. What? See that car just did... Oh, who was it? Marco just launched himself into space. You're thinking of moving to the UK? What should you know? What should you know? Wow. I don't know. That the houses cost too much, unless it's in the north. UK's like if you're gonna have a nice time in the UK, it entirely depends on how much income you have. I think it's a bit like America in the sense that if you earn over median income, then the UK can be really nice. But if you don't earn over median income, it can be really depressing and pretty horrendous. Probably more than median income's like 22k. I think you'd have to earn to be sort of really comfortable in the UK. You really need to have like a household income of about 50,000 a year. That's not comfortable, but really comfortable by people that are sensible with money. I think it can be really the problem with the house price thing and cost of living in the UK, especially in the southeast and London, is it can be really easy to get stuck and no like savings, and there's no like progress, there's no way out of it, you can't move, and that's you kind I think that's a situation you want to try and avoid, if possible. Obviously, most people don't have a choice. The weather's crap 10 months. Yeah, unless you like rain and cold. So a lot of people do. I wouldn't say UK's overpopulated. The problem is that culturally, the British don't like flats, and so everyone has to have a house with a garden. So yeah, it's overpopulated relative to the number of available housing and available housing to where the jobs are. UK needs to get over that and build nice quality flats, basically. But what would happen in the UK if the government was like, oh, we need to build flats because that's the only way we can get enough houses within the land, instead of building high quality flats, they would sell the contract to some company that would build the worst quality possible flats that would end up being slums. And so yeah, so can't win. Whoa! Oh, you caught it. Apartment, yeah. Whoa, a bit of a drag race here. Any advice on setting up with AC? -2, Andy Wilson, on the drift setting. 90 on the is it ECI setting? 90 or 80 on that. That's it, really. That's it. Hello, Miles. Nothing else you really need to do with it. Run it at like 90% strength, and then just in AC run all the cars. Use the plus and minus key on the number pad, and run the cars at about 75% force feedback, so you don't force feedback don't clip, and that'll do the trick. People's Republic of South York. Well, Yorkshire is really nice, actually. A lot of it. Not many jobs, though. Oh, the cockpit. Do you mean in game? So I use Lock to Horizon because when I live stream, I find it more comfortable if I'm doing longer live streams, because there's less relative movement, so my eyes don't have to keep refocusing. Like the car's moving instead of the world, so less of what's on the displays moving, if that makes sense. So it's less fatiguing on my eyes. If I was just doing streaming by myself for like an hour, I would. There we go, reconnect. OBS just added Izzie. So if you missed that, I would have if I wasn't live streaming, I would have I'd have the car, you know, I'd be with the car. If it lets you feel what the car's doing. It makes you feel more attached to the vehicle. You wouldn't use Lock to Horizon because it makes it more obvious what the physics are doing with the car visually. But there's always it's arguably a bit subjective, and it's always down to it's going to be down to personal preference. Frank Zappa. Well, with my Valve index, I tend to run it at 100 Hz. But if I'm playing something like Half-Life Alyx, I just run at 80 Hz. I don't like using any of the motion smoothing and reprojection stuff because it's noticeable. It's better to just try and get it so whatever game you're playing runs at a specific frame rate without VSync or anything else, smoothing or anything else. I played Half-Life Alyx at 80 Hz on the index and 120% res. I found that looked better and ran nice. With driving sims, 80 Hz probably fine. I've not really messed around with using the fixed reprojection though. It might be alright. It's something I need to test out. Oh, thank you. I was reading the chat there. That was a horrific crash. Does force feedback fall off as tyre wear increases? Well, in most sims, the less grip you have, the lighter the force feedback should be, because there's less for you to push against. If that makes sense. So, yeah, if the tyres have got less grip, then the force feedback should presumably be a bit lighter, a bit more vague. And as a result, if you've got less grip in AC, in most sims, if you've got less grip, then the force feedback will be lighter. Yeah. So tyre wear equals less grip, so lighter force feedback. Right. Well, hello. AR Nilo has subscribed. Welcome. How are we doing on the old likeys? Thank you, everyone. Yeah, can we do a 15-minute GT3 race, Chile? Or maybe like a Porsche 911 at a good track. We could do like mixed GT3 and people could just pick the car. Alright, have fun, Tortellini. Luz Felipe, thank you for subscribing, guys. Everyone's been waiting for this. I didn't say that GT3 racing is bad. It's that it's not as good as Radicals, and that it shouldn't be what everyone's racing all the time. It's fine to race GT3 cars. You know, just not all the... Like, if you're going to race something all the time, Radicals. Or, like, do you know, it'd be like if everyone only raced 1960s race cars, or if everyone only ever did rally driving. It's like, you know, it's... yeah, but the GT3 cars are actually better to drive in AC totally than ACC, because they've got better force feedback. It's true, but you can't take it. Licks, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate all these subs. Let's see what the dog of Chile's doing here. Well done, Tortellini, for winning that. Daniel Apt, maybe. Mixel38, Rico Cossetto, Dave Stephen, Assetto Drifter. Yeah, if we could have like a 10-minute quali and a 15-minute race, that'd be perfect. Oh, look at that. He did it. Brands GP, Porsche 911 RSR. Sorted. Sorted. RSR, guys, at Brands. Thanks, Chile. Way ahead of me. We're doing a classic. Bit of a classic AC stream. We'll definitely have to do some modding streams soon. In AC, like. This is just a cup of tea stream, this, guys. Hope you don't mind. Just a chill out stream for me. Right. It's a really nice car, this. It's Porsche 911 RSR. It's a really fun car to drive. My wheel rotation's off. That's bad. Goof. You goof. I have played DCS World, yeah, but I'm more into general aviation flight sims and World War II. I know there's World War II planes in DCS, but... Ow. That was my fault for being slow. Sir Trees. Are they? Do you remember B-17 Flying Fortress? Are they doing a remake of that? That was a really hard game to get into. You had to like manage your crew, and then you could use them to do all the well, bugger me, messed that up. You could use your crew to do like bomb sighting and stuff, but it was probably it was a really complicated game and also super buggy. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. It depends how sensitive you set it up. I mean, it's probably not ideal, but on Intellivision, I'm talking about the 98, 99 game. CB's too old. Oh, that game was great on the wooden countertop back in Egyptian times. Not that version. I loved E.T. on the Atari ST. I love that game. I love that game that we played as the Vikings were invading the countryside. Yes, I remember when Ramsey III was playing me at... Yes, me and Jesus had a good game of drafts. that was a good time. And I said to Eve, I said, let's have a game of Norton Crosses. Oh, it was a good time playing Eve. Poor CB. He got bowed. It's right, CB, it's got so bad that now, when I've been at stuff and someone's like, asked how old I am, and they're like, oh, I thought you were way older than that. I'm like, bloody hell. The advantage is, when I'm like 80, everyone will be like, oh, I thought you were 47. Mental age of, I've got the mental capacity of a 4-year-old. That's why I don't stop talking about force feedback. In my mind, I'm putting the circular thing in the square thing and the triangle thing in the, you know, I still haven't worked it out. Tom, look here. This is good quality TC. Me and Sean Cole, combined age of 412. Hi guys, I'm Sean Cole. Welcome to the Sim Pit. By the way, guys, check out the Sim Pit. He does good news live streams, and he does lots of league racing and stuff as well. And I like Sean Cole. He's got a nice little shiny head. Actually, I probably watch Sean Cole more than any other sim racing streamer, because he tends to do different stuff to what I do. So there's no risk of me not doing something because I've seen someone else do it. Yeah, no, that's what I was just saying. Weirdly, I do actually watch Sean Cole more. Boomer muscle. Darren Ganges works for AccuForce now. I'm Darren Ganges. Darren Ganges. Please be careful with the rig. The metal is as old as the earth. I've driven the LMP cars. I should have been concentrating. Well, you've got a minute. It's full, that's why you can't see it. Yeah, Dave Cam's alright. He does a lot of iRacing though, it's not really my thing. Oh, I get one more lap here. Ah, did I hit that guy? I think I just punted him, sorry. That wasn't very friendly. Apologies. Get a smooth lap in here. I don't think I punted him. I think it's just a case of we were both going through the corner at the same time. And if you tap, cars react. Oh, I didn't punt you. Okay, fair enough. Just your car looked like it went flying off the road, so it's... ran out of grip. Should put some sellotape on the wheels. Right, this has got to be like 7th place, surely. Ah, not even a 7th. Ow. Thank you. Thanks for driving into me. Not possible. Real men. I'm a postman, not a real man. Right. Ah. I need to replace the battery in my wireless mouse here. My TTC, hello. You being sarcastic? 15-minute race. Thank you for subscribing, Hayden Powell. Got these subs, guys. Guys are crazy. Road to 60k. What should we do at 60k? Shall I make a cake? 60k cake. We'll go for mediums for this race. Do a tea reveal. Too old for Forza. I find IL2 all right on the Rift S and the Valve Index. The annoying thing with IL2 is that the UI graphics, which you can use to highlight enemies as an option, that kind of ruins an aspect of the immersion. But even more annoyingly, the UI graphics massively slow the game down. They've still not fixed that. It's really awesome in IL2 with VR headset. If you stick your head out the window, you can hear the wind. Or, you know, it's crazy. Oh, does it? Assetto Drifter, that's awesome. Where you say something good about iRacing and ACC. I've done videos saying good stuff about iRacing and ACC. Ah, fair enough, too old, yeah. I'd imagine it would be okay on the Index. Like, if you use, and the Rift S, to be honest, if you use sharpness, if you run at a high resolution, you should be able to see people at a distance. Yeah, the Reverb 2 is interesting. It's annoying that the bloody headset isn't... they don't list it in the UK. Ah, nice one, yeah. I mean, but did you try it with the resolution run higher on the Index? Another graphics settings. Because I'm just saying, from my experience, with... You can make up a lot of detail by using super sampling and settings once you get into a certain margin of resolution, especially with the square panels, not pentile. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess the reverb's higher res and it's lower field of view, so you get a resolution benefit from that as well in terms of straight ahead clarity. Yeah, that makes sense. It's annoying that with the VR headsets, it's still like a case that there's one headset can do better at certain types of games than others. I mean, whenever I'm recommending VR headsets, my thing is basically comes down to, you want to do VR for as cheap as possible in a solution that works, the Rift S. If you want the best all-round VR headset that's comfortable and works, all-round, and you're not too bothered about value for money, the Valve Index. And then you're in the States, aren't you? The Reverb, I was going to buy one to review, but I just couldn't get it in the UK at the time when it came out. Wow, Daniel Apt copy. And Gustav. Look at this. Oh, I've just been punted. Caught it though. Oh, he's in the wall. He's gone back across the track. And there we go. We've had to go back on the grass again. I love driving on the grass, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. This is driving, not WWE wrestling. They might do it in the EU, but it's not on their store, Jash. Because I went to pre-order one to review it. But you can't buy it. Wow, there's a lot of carnage going on here. Saudi Audi style. Maybe they'll update it. I think their target is America primarily. It's their primary market. Well, they're both. It's laser scanned in both iRacing and AC, so they'll probably be pretty similar. Okay. Thanks, Paul Stoker. Yeah, I'll pick one up to review. Got this like collection of bloody VR headsets. I use the Oculus Quest and the Valve Index. I should probably sell the other headsets I've got. Just sat there doing nothing. But then they're handy as a comparison whenever I do those comparison videos, but it doesn't make money. It's a total waste of money. Jesus. Yeah. The problem is, I buy the VR headsets, I don't get sent them. Oh no, I got sent a Pimax, but all the others... the original Rift and the Pimax I was sent, but all the others I bought. Jacob A, get some gloves. I use these Feel gloves, which they sent me, but they're really good. I really like these gloves. But you could just get any like bicycle gloves, just any gloves. The other thing you could do is you could get like you could use a microfiber cloth to gently wipe the wheel, to spruce it up a bit. But to be honest, even with gloves, it'll wear down eventually anyway. It's just the nature of it. If you have like sweated on it and it's got really bad, you could use a tiny bit of fabric washing up liquid, but a really small amount mixed in with water on a microfiber cloth. If you just look at how to clean, like on YouTube, check the videos out on how to clean them up. But it's one of those things where less is best. But yeah, gloves are the way to go. You could use marigolds, yeah, if you wanted to look like a cleaner while sim racing. We're in glorious 7th here. Your mouth is moving, it's so boring I can't hear it. Thanks for that contribution, Richard B. Oh, nice one, Midlife Crisis. Glad you enjoyed it. It's triggered some people. I think that video's got more dislikes on it than any other video we've done in the last year. Oh well. Deal with it. We've done something right, we've upset people. Don't know where Dave Stevens going. That's not the racing line. Whoa! Is it? Okay. Well, I haven't done iRacing for a long time, so I might give it a go then. That MKK, I'll buy it and review it. It says a BMW GT4. Is that 15 quid? Yeah, we haven't done an iRacing stream for a long time. Hello, Tyrant Worm. Well, the Porsche Cayman was a little bit on and off with the grip, I found. I can't remember if I tried it much with the IRFFB. Oh no, I did. IRFFB helped a lot. Yeah, well, I mean, I only started using gloves with a DD wheel, but I probably would wear them with a G25 or something now, purely because you get like callus on your thumbs and stuff when you do a lot of sim racing. Yeah, this is the Fonseca pack. Steen to do. We're up to 5th place here just by not binning ourselves, trundling forwards. I was a glove denier. These are the Feels gloves. I don't know if they're in stock on the website. I really like them. To be clear, they sent them to me for free. I didn't buy them, so shill. But I really like them. I actually messaged the guy that makes them today. I was like, sponsor me so I can shill them more. And I'm shilling them for free now. Because I really like them, and so I want an affiliate link. Just free shill. Free shill, guys. I like them. They're really good. Really comfortable. No. I'm terrible at this YouTube lark. The beauty gloves are fine. I prefer these. I think these are better quality than the Abruzzi gloves, to be honest. But the Abruzzi gloves you can, if you wanted like your own design on them, that's the kind of thing with the Abruzzi gloves. But I find these more comfortable to drive with. I don't know. They're probably 35 quid or something. You could totally buy just buy bicycle gloves or sports gloves. You don't. Or like finger-free gloves or something. You don't need sim racing gloves. You know. Gloves are gloves. At the end of the day. I guess you would get these. If you were getting gloves, you'd get these over other ones because you like the design of them, I guess. I don't know. I like them. They're fine. Do they protect your virginity? Maybe. No, I do if I wear shoes, Thomas. So your heels aching will be down to... I found that if your feet get cold and your heels resting on... so like with the CSL Elites, I think it's because the aluminum gets colder. That causes your heels to get cold, which causes your heels to ache. So that's one thing that you might get. So if that's the case, put something over where the aluminum is. But if they're aching otherwise, it's probably because of the angle of your pedals. So to fix that, you just need to change the angle of how your pedals are on your sim rig. A lot of sim rigs have adjustable angle. Often your heels will ache because you're resting your foot too vertically. That causes strain on your heel. So you want the pedals to be the right angle for you, so you're not having to lean your foot back. It's aluminium. Thanks, Side to Radical Manifesto. Appreciate it, man. Seems a lot of people enjoy these. What do you guys think in chat? Do you think these new video titles are clickbait? Because I don't think it's clickbait. Because the title is literally talking about what... The title is what is in the video. I don't know what you mean by wheel balance. Yes, clickbait. It's not clickbait! Right, clickbait is if the thumbnail literally has nothing to do with the content, or very little. Hey, my question mark face is top notch. Next thumbnail, I'm gonna have a red red circle. The weight of the wheel affects the force feedback, eh? I don't know what you mean, but like if your wheel's not moving, it's not moving. So like the weight of the wheel is kind of irrelevant if it's attached to the sim ring, because the weight of the wheel is the sim ring. If that makes sense. If you bolted it to the sim ring properly. Oh, try not to crash. Nice overtake by leg laugh. Oh, God, we've got to get this back, guys. That was a really good overtake by leg laugh. I've finished it. I finished it. You do notice, so when I had a DD wheel on my Simitech K2 cockpit, you definitely notice a difference in the quality of the force feedback when you bolt it something like this SimLabs cockpit. That's not to dig at the K2 cockpit's fantastic. As a value for money, it's bloody insane. But yeah, if you've got like a cockpit that's got a wider arm for the wheel and doesn't move, yeah, it makes the... You notice the higher fidelity vibrations and stuff, and yeah, you will get better force feedback with a more solid sim ring, for sure. But you know, like any T-slot sim rig, you know, your sim rig doesn't have to be made out of granite. Oh no! He was really slow. Bugger me. I've got to do this without... He was really slow out of that. I think he might have got a bit of curb and then we went in the back of him. Ah, oh well. He was so slow out of it. I was trying to push to then make a move, but he was so slow we ended up driving into the back of him. F. Calm of clickbaiting. We had to go for it though, final lap. It was good driving by leg laugh. He didn't really do anything wrong, you know. We still get a 9th place out of it. Nice. Let's have a look at the results. Ish. Right. Let's look at the results here. Well done, guys. Good racing. Good overtake by leg laugh on us as well halfway through that. Mixout 38 with the win. Daniel Apt Copy. He's had to become a professional sim racer now, ironically. Steen to Duel, 3rd. Edward Bowers 4th. Leg laugh 5th. Steve Size 6th. Karaya 7th. Nico Cassetti 8th. We're 9th. damned in 10th. Woo! Oh, that's a good idea, Chris. I do actually have it. One on my button box. I just don't use it. Yeah, bedtime for me. So, thanks for watching this, guys. It was only a short stream. It was a cup of tea stream. I am going to be going now. But before you leave, you can tickle that like button one final time if you want to. Random Call Sign is now live streaming. So it's a good opportunity to go and raid his live stream if you like seeing Portuguese men. And he'll be playing Assetto Corsa and racing with subscribers. So if you want to continue racing on servers that are nicely organised and stuff, you can go and do that. Oh, the cars are floating. They've gone. But yeah, thank you everyone for taking part. We had some good races. It was a nice succinct 3-hour stream. Appreciate it. Let's do the credits here. No more. No, it's off to bed. I've been up since like 5 in the morning. Nicely organised. Yeah, go and watch. Can someone post a link to Random Call Sign's channel? Just even if you're not going to watch his channel, guys, just go click the link and then just click the like button. Just give him a like boost. That'd be nice. It's just a nice thing to do. I'm not sure what we'll be playing next. And we do have some videos coming tomorrow. I can't guarantee they'll be entertaining, though. I'll try my best. But, yeah, credit time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It is indeed now approaching the end of the stream. Give it a second. There, the stream has ended. Well, technically it hasn't, has it? It's a lie. Clickbait. Vibes are donors. Corsetti, thank you very much. Super chats M82, thank you very much. Subscriptions Slavros, Lewis Blondu, Repulsive Duck 83, Lucas Klima, Ornila, Luis Felipe Lordero, Lix, Maiden Powell, and new DD Guild members and renewals. Oh my god. Look at all these members. John Miller, Joe Farrow, DW92, Craig Ricketts, Eric Couillard, Keith Watson, and a new Racing Central. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Good night. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye.